Whatever that is absolutely terrifying.
I'm not. No.
A weeping woman.
Ah, fuck, man. Hey guys, before the video continues, if you're new here or been here for a while, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button to help support me in future videos. Take it away, dude. Oh no. I was told this one was bad, and I trust Habs. Habs has been amazing when it comes to the recommendation. 8 of those 9 videos you guys have seen has been recommended by Habs. There's 2 more videos coming out next few weeks that's also recommended by Habs. When I was going through my scary reacts list, I actually skipped past 2 videos he actually recommended from Nukes as well, and I recorded them the other day. But I want to put this as a priority because apparently this is terrifying. The video title is Top 5 Scary Videos. Prepare to be terrified. Why do I have to put myself in this situation? Some of the videos I reacted by Nuke, some of them were alright. Apparently this one is supposed to be a big nope, so I'm not ready. My mental health deterioration is for the benefit of your entertainment. Let's get into it. And I'm gonna make my psyche brokey more by raising the volume.
On TikTok.
He uses this title a lot. Meanwhile on TikTok. My psyche is gonna be brokey, my icky breaky heart. Because the volume is gonna be at currently at 55%. When I watch the future of these videos, what percentage do you want? Obviously 100% is a no-go because that's actually damaging to your ear. Right now my volume is at 55%. Now I'll give it take say 65. What should be the norm for these reactions to make it more intensified for me? Maximum will always be 85. So between 55 to 85, what percent should I make the volume of these videos be? But other than that, meanwhile on TikTok, let's see what's about.
One day, a severely damaged car is brought into a garage in Villarrica, Chile. It seems that the car had been involved in a serious traffic accident just the night before.
Okay.
The owner of the repair shop, Marcos Garcia, has a house that sits on the same property as the garage. Around 2:30 in the afternoon, he notices something very odd outside his window. He spots one of his mechanics, a man named Juan, who seems to be involved in a very animated conversation with someone. The problem is, there's no one there.
Did we hear about this?
Juan is all alone.
You heard about this.
Marco quickly pulls up the live feed of the garage's CCTV camera on his phone. What happens next is downright chilling.
Oh, it's a different person.
Oye, este weón se volvió loco. Estoy revisando por la cámara del taller de mi teléfono, estoy en mi casa. Y este maestro está hablando solo. No cacho qué onda. De verdad que no cacho qué onda.
Is there audio? Is him talking?
No, está hablando solo. Le voy a preguntar por cámara qué está haciendo. A ver, vamos a preguntar. ¿Aló? Oye, disculpa, pero ¿con quién estás hablando?
Con don Carlos, que me está viendo, pasando el presupuesto y explicando el tema del accidente que tuvo anoche en la carretera. Entonces me está viendo el presupuesto, le estoy explicándole lo que le estoy diciendo.
Oye, cálmate. ¿Qué, don Carlos? Pero, oye, escúchame un poquito. ¿Tú me estás hablando del accidente de anoche?
Claro.
Juan, me estáis huellando, ¿cierto?
No, pues estoy con don Carlos aquí, pues. Le estoy explicándole todo.
Oye, ¿podéis subir? ¿Sabes qué? Oye, es que no estáis hablando con nadie, viejo.
Pero Juan, se me hace que va a caer aquí al frente mío, Juan.
No estás hablando con nadie, Juan, y ayer los que chocaron murieron todos. Juan, no estás con nadie, sube y ven a ver las cámaras, tengo todo grabado.
No, pero no sea así,
Sube, viejo, sube, vente al tiro. No estás con nadie, weón.
Ya no, párala. Entiendo que caballero con el altavoz escuchándome esto, ¿me
Viejo, no, tengo grabado. Vente, por favor. Vente.
Ya voy a tirar pero por favor.
No, esta weá es...
Mechanic Juan swears that he was talking to a man who was very real and said his name was Mr. Carlos. Juan says that he could see Mr. Carlos standing right in front of him, clear as day. He says Mr. Carlos was asking questions about repairing the severely wrecked car from the night before. Now, Juan had no idea that all of the passengers in the car had passed away in the accident. He also didn't know that one of the deceased passengers was a man named Mr. Carlos. So did Juan talk to a ghost? He certainly seems convinced.
Wow.
What do you think? This next video is a bit of a mystery as it was posted to TikTok without a source. The post claims that the video was recorded in an apartment in Barranquilla, Colombia. The man who recorded it said that he was shocked when he began hearing the chilling sound of a woman crying from somewhere in his house. He took out his phone to record the terrifying event, but what happens next makes his blood run cold.
Oh.
Niño.
A young boy with a blank expression suddenly appears from behind the man's TV stand, and judging from the man's reaction, he has no idea who this child is. The boy then ducks down behind the stand and the man quickly walks over, but the boy has disappeared into thin air. Now, without a source, it's impossible to know whether this creepy footage is real or fake. But either way, the video is definitely spooky.
I mean, you have the aspect
A
of
few
the
months ago, we featured the
camera
story
moving.
of Tim Saver, a night guard who started a new job at an undisclosed facility. For some reason, no one was willing to work the night shift, and before long,
I wouldn't
Tim
either.
understood why. He
I
began
wouldn't
to
either.
experience disturbing and unexplainable events at work. Eventually, Tim discovered that the source of the strange activity in the building seemed to be coming from an overhead attic space. When
Okay.
Tim went up into the attic to investigate, he discovered something truly horrifying.
And Frank. Oh, I remember this. A hand. Yeah, I remember this video. This is old.
Since this video, the strange activity in the building has only gotten worse. Tim says that he's actually been attacked by something a few times. So, cut to another late night. Security guard Tim begins to hear banging coming from somewhere inside the building. Once again, he grabs his phone and hits record as he goes to investigate.
Fuck. No. No. No.
I guess we're doing this.
I quit.
Hello?
Mannequin is moving. Mannequin is moving. And it fell. Bro, why you... I will find a new job real fast. Ain't no way my ass is... Ooh.
Hello? Who's there? Hello?
Motherfucker, leave. Get The video stops.
A mannequin moves on its own and then falls over. Then a large glass frame falls to the floor and shatters into a million pieces. Tim hears the creepy sound of a woman crying, and finally, a loud raspy voice can be heard from somewhere in the room.
Hello?
Tim is scared shitless and he just makes a run for it.
As he should.
So, now a few weeks later, Tim is back on the night shift when things once again take a terrifying turn.
Quit your fudging job. Oh, fuck out of here. No. No, the fuck you don't.
Hello?
No, don't you Tim. To see the face there. Tim? Tim? Stop fucking. Your light is flashing. Upside down cross. Think about. That's
Someone or something can be seen sitting on top of a steel cart. Whatever it is, slowly moves back, and when Tim turns on his flashlight, it just disappears. Tim says he is shocked by all that he's seen while working as a night guard in the building, but this pushed him over the edge. The next day, Tim quit his job.
fucking thank you. Oh my god. Thank you. Tim, your last name of your TikTok is about your own life. You savored your own life.
So is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
I mean, with these videos doing so well view-wise, this man could quit. He's set for a couple months. That YouTube money and the TikTok money, he's set for a couple months. That's my take.
You decide.
That's my skeptic take, but fuck
We
that.
need scary videos. So if you see a scary video that you think would be great on the top 5, email us at nukestop5@gmail.com. It looks back. Over on the channel, RX Files explore Indonesian paranormal investigator Chu does a live solo investigation of the infamously haunted Tayu Hospital on the Indonesian island of Java. Tayu Hospital was built way back in 1933, and over its 80-year history, it began to develop a very bizarre reputation. Many patients who were treated at Tayu Hospital claimed to see the ghostly figure of an old nurse roaming its hallways.
Nope.
They also said that they had seen the terrifying apparitions of patients who had passed away inside the old hospital.
Nope.
And some even claimed to experience horrible hallucinations, like
Nope.
bloody footprints running up the walls that no one else could see. Tayu
Nope.
Hospital closed its doors in 2015 and has been left abandoned ever since. Paranormal investigator Chu is completely alone with nothing but a flashlight and his phone as he broadcasts his investigation live to his streaming audience. As Chu roams the hospital grounds, he starts to hear a few strange sounds here and there, but it doesn't seem to bother him. But then, Chu begins to ask that the alleged spirits that haunt the hospital let him know that they are there. And this is when things start to get creepy.
Udah, suara-suara saja. Tunjukkan semua ejakulasi kalau memang kalian ada di sini. Lingkau.
Okay. He's trying to attack him with
The hospital stretcher moves by itself, frightening
That
Chu
word.
so much that he begins to shake uncontrollably. But things are about to get much worse. Chu decides that he's had enough of the outdoors.
Can we just pay respect to how actual smooth that recording was with him running? It was very stabilized compared to all the other videos I watched. Okay, Chu, is it Chu? Yeah, Chu. Thank you, Chu, for being actually a good cameraman.
And heads inside to explore the hospital's halls and rooms. But he starts to hear the disturbing sound of a bell ringing from somewhere inside the building. When he looks for the source, something happens that shocks him to his core.
Bitch.
Weh, banyak keklik tak? Ya!
Oh.
Ya Allah, ya Allah.
The exit door slams shut right behind him and an ominous voice can be heard. But most terrifying of all, something seems to quickly peek out at Chu from inside one of the hospital rooms. Chu is terrified and quickly heads for another section of the hospital. But as Chu continues to explore, things just seem to get worse and worse.
Ah! Don't turn off your lights. Do not.
Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah.
Okay. I'm kind of skeptical about how he did it.
Suddenly sees what appears to be the eerie apparition of a girl standing just inside an empty storage room. Gathering all of his courage, he charges toward the creepy figure, but it disappears into thin air. Chu is now seriously freaked out and just wants to leave, but his live audience has other ideas. He gets bombarded with...
Okay. Okay, sorry for pausing. But he went above the head. And he went against the wall. It gives the person the opportunity to go under his arm or side past him to leave. That's my skepticism. Watch. We're gonna do 0.5 speed. Right? Okay, we're gonna mute the volume because I know it's annoying. Watch. He went above the head. You saw that. He went above the head. And she's bending down with the opportunity of him going like this. Just an opportunity to bend and then walk forward. What you think? You think I'm somewhat right? Or I'm just trying to cope with this terrifying video?
He gets bombarded with requests in his live chat to go back inside the hospital just one more time and explore some of the abandoned rooms.
One more time.
As you might guess, it did not go well.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Saya ngecium bau nggak enak teman-teman di sini.
Oh, that's what the Rahim means. The repent of Allah.
Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah.
See, point out. Point the camera down.
Ancok matamu. Astagfirullahaladzim, ya.
Fucking no.
Allahu Akbar, ya Allah, ya Allah, ya pergi penceng mana jantung anjing.
Chu freezes when he spots...
Nah. Nope. 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 No. Nope. 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 No. Fucking no. Nope. 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 No. No.
That's a woman in what looks like a hospital gown sitting on a bed inside one of the hospital rooms. She doesn't move, but her head seems to drop backwards to look at Chu as if it's not attached to her body. And with that, Chu has had enough. He ends his live stream and just gets out of there. So what do you think is going on
Fucking not
here?
looking. Nope.
Could the hospital really be haunted? Either way, real or not, whatever that is absolutely terrifying.
I'm not.
A
No.
weeping woman.
Ah. Fuck, man. Fuck that, man. Ah, this is actually one of the worst episodes I've ever watched. Ah. Fuck that, man.
Gaz from the YouTube channel Grizzly Gaz loves the outdoors and has dedicated his videos to documenting his frequent camping trips in the countryside of England, along with his cute little French bulldog, Fendi. This time Gaz travels deep into a remote forest that is said to be haunted by the quote, Lady in White. The story goes that back in the 1800s, a troubled woman who lived on a farm at the edge of the woods was so distraught that she took her own life amongst the trees of the forest. Gaz says that he has heard the story, but he doesn't really seem all that bothered. So Gaz just sets up his hammock and prepares to spend the night in the deep woods. However, when the sun goes down, something happens that makes Gaz wish he had never come to this particular forest.
Ghostly whale. Hey, man, fuck this episode, man. Nope, I'm not looking. Oh shit, I saw it. Go to your right, go to your right, go to your right.
Oh, this fucking tap.
I'm going, if I'm gonna do shit like this with a dog, I'm getting a motherfucking wolf. Oh.
Nope. 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 Hello?
He's staring at somebody. Yo,
Come here.
bro. If I'm gonna be outside, I'm buying them fucking super bright flashlights I see a TikTok.
Hello?
Dog is taken. I'm running.
No, I'm off, mate. I'm off.
And with that, Gaz has had enough. He quickly packs up his hammock, gathers his things, and just gets out of there.
As he should.
Gaz is shocked by the horrible noises that sound exactly like a crying woman. He believes that he might have captured the troubled spirit of the woman who took her own life centuries ago in the haunted forest. Even little dog Fendi appears to be on edge about their creepy surroundings. She seems to keep staring at something in the woods that Gaz just can't see. So did outdoorsman Grizzly Gaz accidentally capture evidence of the paranormal? I leave that up to you to decide. You can watch this entire creepy video over on the YouTube channel, Grizzly Gaz. The Leopard Inn. Nearly 300 years ago, in the early 1700s, the Leopard Inn and Pub was built in the thriving town of Burslem, England. The inn was a huge success, and people from all over would visit to stay the night or to have a few pints in the downstairs pub. However, the Leopard's Inn's history is also marred by many tragic events. One of the most notable episodes in the inn's dark history is the violent passing of a lady of the night in one of the upstairs rooms. Her life was taken by an angry and very violent customer. It is said that both of their spirits are trapped inside the Leopard Inn, doomed to wander its halls for all eternity. Visitors and workers at the inn claim to have had terrifying experiences with one of these spirits. Some say that the dark, shadowy figure of a man follows and attacks people at the inn, sometimes touching or pushing them, or even grabbing them by the throat.
So what's one of the most scariest experiences that you've had inside the Leopard Inn Hotel?
That is the figure, a black figure that goes upstairs, wanders through the pub, opens and closes doors, sometimes get touched on the shoulder.
And have you actually seen the figure?
Yes.
Over the years, the inn's business took a sharp downturn, and much of the structure was sealed off and left abandoned until 2007. The Leopard Inn's first floor is now a historic pub, but the upper floors and rooms of the inn still remain empty and in a state of decay. Ghost hunters Jeff and Phil from the YouTube channel Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations travel to the Leopard Inn with their cameraman Pete. They hope to catch supernatural activity on camera, and what they encounter is truly chilling. The team installs several static cameras throughout the inn, and then they start to explore. Almost immediately, they capture something unexplainable in the second floor hallway.
Oh, big hits in here.
Oh fuck, I saw that.
Yeah, I've just gone cold. Did you feel that?
Yeah, I felt it.
Where did it come from, Pete?
Big gas, well not gas, but a lot of cold air come into my back from there.
Nah. Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that?
Moving down that way as well.
Yeah, and
Something moving.
Bring a K2 in here, Jeff. A lot of cold air come into my back from there.
Something's moving down that way as well.
After hearing the bizarre, unexplained footsteps, the Ghost Tech team continues to investigate in hopes of finding the source of the...
Wait, was that not something there?
Oh, big hits in here.
I'm so on edge. I thought this was a spirit. I thought this was a spirit. When it came down like that, I thought this was a spirit.
The bizarre, unexplained footsteps, the Ghost Tech team continues to investigate in hopes of finding the source of the mysterious sound.
I'm on edge, guys. I'm sorry.
This is when Phil starts to experience some very strange and creepy encounters. The first time it happens, Phil is on the third floor, conducting a spirit box session.
Is there anybody here in this hallway at the moment? Okay, something just pulled me on the back of my thing.
On the back of your jumper?
Yeah, on my hood.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. Okay, so I take it you are with us.
Phil just laughs off the tug on his coat, but then it happens again.
Don't touch me, Jeff.
Phil?
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. You see when you said someone touched you?
Yeah.
Did you laugh?
No. I went, well, something touched me.
As Phil gets touched, I clearly hear a man laugh, and this is captured on our digital recorder. Here's the audio enhanced.
Something touched me, Jeff. Something touched me, Jeff.
Something pulls at Phil's jacket and a sinister laugh can be heard. The Ghost Tech team believes that they might be dealing with the spirit of the angry man that took the life of the Lady of the Night inside the Leopard Inn, as his ghost is said to follow and attack people. Their suspicions seem justified when Phil is targeted yet again.
I was told that you're seen walking up and down the stairs. Come down now.
Phil is receiving an EVP, a man's voice who is saying, "We'll fix it for money." And at the same time, there is movement behind him. Here is the enhanced audio of the EVP, followed by the footage, which has also been enhanced.
I was told that you're seen walking up and down the stairs. I was told that you're seen walking up and down the stairs.
A dark figure seems to reach out towards Phil, almost as if it's attempting to grab him again. Meanwhile, one of the upstairs cameras has caught something that is downright chilling.
Whilst we are on the second floor, at the same time our static night vision camera on the third floor is capturing what seems to be an apparition. It stands at the end of the hallway, then it turns and walks into a room. Here's the footage followed by the footage enhanced.
A man
A white
staring.
translucent figure can be seen entering one of the bedrooms on the third floor. So, could this be the spirit of the man that terrified so many visitors at the inn? And is it the same figure that was reaching out to Phil? You can watch this entire two-part investigation over on the YouTube channel, Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations. The end of the Zark haunting. Now, you might remember a little while back we featured an Indian family who claimed that their apartment was haunted by a poltergeist.
It's coming from the cupboard. Could you please drop?
There's this translucent figure that comes in. Yep.
Well, as an update to this story, the father Zark says that he has decided to end the channel because now his family has finally moved to a new home. But Zark posted one final video from their old apartment that might be their creepiest video yet. Zark hears a child crying in their living room and thinks that it's his son.
Oh, hell
Just as he
no.
enters the room, he sees a semi-transparent child run toward the hall. In the dark, Zark can't tell that something just doesn't quite look right, and he runs after the child, thinking that it's his own son. But just then, his wife yells to him from the other room to say that their son is still safe in bed, snug under the covers and not crying at all. So Zark has no idea who or what this is. Cut back to current day, and Zark says that the channel is now over. But was the Zark Scary Haunting channel for real? Or was it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Caught on camera.
I mean, it went viral. He's making money from the YouTube videos. And if he is making money from the YouTube videos, obviously, just how the Ghost of Karma main works, he stays in that house because he knows it basically, it runs his house. Him producing more videos from the House of Karma main gives him enough ad revenue to sustain his livelihood. So to me, I feel like if you move, you're stopping that revenue. Yes, I joke around, so just freaking move. They stay because that pays their bills. So I don't know, it may be real. That's where you get the skepticism becomes more skeptical, because if I was in it for the cash cow, I'll stay. You know, quote unquote, I'll continue faking videos to get money. But the fact that this is a family and they're like, yeah, no, we moved, so the channel's ending. I guess, I don't know, he probably made a quick buck and he dipped. At the same time, he's also, I don't know. That's where I want your guys' opinion on it. So let me know in the comments. My opinion is that he just moved to keep his kids safe. And if it's real or not, it's just to keep his kids safe. And he got his money and he's living his life now.
A Reddit user that goes by the name Failed Talk Show Host lives with his girlfriend in a small apartment in Denver, Colorado. Sometimes the couple hears strange noises in their apartment, but they never really thought much of it. That is until the Reddit user buys a brand new Samsung phone with a new night mode feature, meaning that the phone can take vivid, highly optimized photos even in the dark.
Yup.
He decides to try out the feature, so he turns off all the lights and snaps a few photos around his apartment. When he looks back at the results, he is shocked to see an unfamiliar figure standing in the kitchen cupboard. Confused and worried, the user posts his photo to Reddit to get opinions on what he could have captured. After many requests, the Redditor decides to leave a camera recording overnight as he and his girlfriend sleep. When the couple reviews the recorded footage the next day, they discover something absolutely terrifying. Someone or something can be seen moving around in the dark, and whatever it is looks very similar to the figure in the previous photo. So could it be that their apartment is haunted? Or just what is this? Let me know what you think.
Nope.
Thanks for watching. I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but my schedule is still all over the place. So please hit subscribe and hit the little bell notification.
I think this is by far the worst video I've ever watched. And I mean that in a good way. I'm just sad. I'm terrified. This one was horrible. In the good way, Nuke. I just don't want to. I don't know. This was bad. This one was bad. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hate editing this. Especially seeing the one with the, that's gonna hurt. Because I'm gonna have to use that for my thumbnail. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys next episode of whatever I react to next. If you have any recommendations with other creators, that's like Nuke Top 5. let me know in the comment section. I'll react to them. If you have anything else you want me to react to, maybe some cat videos or some dog videos of them being cute. Something to help my psyche go up, because within 1 month, 12 Nuke videos. And also some Crypt TV here and there. I need your help. I need something to lift up my spirits. This was bad. So you have anything to help me out, guys, just give me recommendations of what you want me to react to next. Gaming videos is something I don't want to do, because I game myself and I work for Matt and Soup, and I have to watch their gaming videos for their best of. So I'm already in over my head with gaming stuff. I want to avoid it. So if there's anything informative, educational, scary, hilarious you want to react to, either comment section, give me the title of the video. I don't have links enabled to protect you guys, because a lot of people out there are using the likeliness of other creators to try to scam you. So to avoid scamming, I disable links on this channel. If you have anything you want to recommend for me to watch, either send me the link on my Discord, which is also in my description, or pass the title and the channel in the comment section below. But until next time, guys, love your faces, and I'm out. Peace.